So good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. This is still Architect Chidi of the Finance Consult. Please allow me to take you through one of our projects, 5-bedroom duplex that we started last year. So this is the setting out of the structure, and this project was done in and it's still ongoing, but it's a project we did in Oko. Oko is in Orumba, not local government of Anambra State. So if you don't know Oko, you know Oko Polytechnic. So use Oko Polytechnic to know Oko. So this is Oko in Orumba, not local government of Anambra State. So Oko have one of the toughest soil structure or soil components. The soil is very strong, very strong. Majorly in some parts of the environment in Oko, you have a very strong soil. But despite that, we do not like to compromise in any of our building projects and quality. So in this project, we also see that we used 16 mm throughout for our foundations, and we also use splish beam to shine major part of the structure. So this is the first day that we did the setting out, and one thing we don't understand is the setting out. This particular one is, if you make mistake in any of this setting out and it's not done well, it's going to affect both the structure, maybe the square, maybe the forms, the function or reduction. Something must be affected if this is not done right. So you take your time to walk yourself through the process and how to get it right. So but one of the problems we encountered in this site is that this site, the drawing that we did, the site do not have a regular square. The compound is somehow, so it did not enter the exact plan that we had. So the exact plan we had to be changed, and it was a very big issue for us because we don't know how to reduce, because we're just a standard 5-bedroom, and we don't know how to start reducing the functions. So in my video for Instagram, I was explaining these stuffs here. As you can see from the video, I was explaining these stuffs here on Instagram. Or I just want to explain some of these things. If you don't get the square right, you are in big soup, in big trouble. In very big trouble. So it took almost 2 days, 2 days for us to finish the setting out, both the corrections and the other things. And I have not done setting out for 2 days before. What we do is we come in the morning, before afternoon digging have started, but this particular we did setting out for complete 2 days. But I think that is the best thing to do for us to get the square and also get the forms, so that we not make mistake in any of the construction process. So but my happiness is that at the end of the day, I and my team and my men and my guys, we were able to find our way around the structure, around the setting out, so that we will not make mistake in the construction. So the setting out here is done. I was just doing the video for the Instagram. So if for the people that have been asking, show us your work, I'm just showing you guys my work gradually. I know how many words I've shown you people. So if you are still doubting our capability, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. There are still also some people that I cannot show their work on Instagram or YouTube. There are still some people I cannot show their work, but despite everything, we still move. But this project, I love this project because the client was a good man. He trusted us with his money. He already had some blocks, so we came bought some other few blocks for the constructions, and bought the rods and many others things for the construction. So it's one of a good project for us to show up on this feed. So at this point we are doing the numbering, so digging don't start to so this was the, I think, the third day or so, or third or fourth day, because we did the foundation very fast. We employed a whole lot of hands to start the digging and every other thing, so that it will not take us too long. So can you see the land? This red mud is showing you that this land is very strong, very strong. The land is very strong. So after the digging, we start with the blinding. The blinding and the column base. Then with the pillars, standing of the pillars. So standing of the pillars is the next thing. After standing the pillars, we pour the pillars and we lay the blocks. So this is the stage we are in now. Can you see the plate beam? We're able to chain up everything. So this is the front, and this is the block work, and you see how neat our work is. You see that place we have double wall. Can you see? Yeah, this place we have double wall is because of the one is one of the aesthetics for that side, and is carrying a hanging beam at the top, so we have to be reinforced very well, and part of the design too. So if you don't reinforce it very well, it will show and it will affect the structure. This whole pillars is 16 mm. Maybe my camera might not be showing the right size, but it's 16 mm with 8 mm rings. 16 mm with 8 mm rings. So this is it. So that we have to also dig up the foundation, the soccer way, to be able to help us fill up this foundation, because the foundation, we have a high foundation. We have a very high foundation, and having a high foundation is a good thing, but when it's time to fill up, you find out that you have to buy a whole lot of sand. When we buy sand though, we bought up to how many trips? I think 25 trips of just single tipper to fill up this place. So this is the process. It took us up to 2 to 3 weeks, two weeks to get to this stage. It's because of the delays. We had some few delays because it's not supposed to take us up to that to get to this stage. By 2 weeks we are supposed to have casted this, but I think we did the whole stuff under 3 weeks, and 3 weeks is still not bad for a project like this. It's still not bad. So this is the Sockaway pit. Can you see how the gear machine noble? But it's still very nice and very sound. So the next thing is how to water, because we are using laterites. You see, when you are using laterites to do your feeding, is advisable that you water the laterites, because its capability to compact is not that compared to sharp sand. For it to compact, you have to be yes, can you see the watering? You have to water it so that it will compact very well and sink. But if you use sharp sand though, you don't need watering. So after the casting, after everything, this stage only took us, I think, 1 week and 3 days to get to this point. So this is the structure. See the parlor, see how sizable it is. You see the dining space, this is the living space, this is the entrance to the parlor, this is the anteroom, this is the anteroom and the toilet, and this is the outside. Can you see? You see, these pillars is a single isolated columns that is going to, we are going to cast them from down to up. Cast them from around. I'm still going to show you how we did this and how it's going to look like in my next video. So this is it. This is our structure, rising as fast as possible. So if you are still doubting any of our capability to give us your drawings, your construction, I think this is one of the reasons and one of the proofs that we have been in this game for long. So contact us and let's talk business. Contact us and let's talk business. And the time is now. Start with your drawings and we'll talk about the construction. Thank you and God bless you.